So before I properly start this video off, the reason I'm making this type of video like this is because I already tried to make this video and I just kept getting lost in the actual gameplay footage. So I decided, you know what, fuck it, let's just do it this way instead. Which is a first. Don't get used to me doing this because I won't. I'll only do this if it is extremely difficult. Like, I cannot find bloody anything to talk about, or if I can't grab the game. Oh, literally the only time. Now, before I probably continue this, I don't really want to make this video, but it is something I probably should bring up, which is, while I enjoy the crap out of the game, there are those who don't. They didn't have a great experience with this game. Are people saying the gameplay is repetitive, that it's boring. Other people are having issues with sound, saying that shit's out of sync and all that. And I mean, okay. There was also something else, which was people are having issues with it crashing on them. I mean, personally, I've never had that issue with myself. I haven't had the game crash on me, so I am very fortunate. People try and boot the game up, they get to the loading screen, and then it crashes. I will admit, I've had that happen with a few games, although I managed to get it working in the end. Now, I'm not going to say this game is perfect. I'm not going to say this game is 100% perfect, because it's not. I will admit, this game isn't perfect. I actually have my own issues with it, one of them being my own stupidity, where I try and hit elevate, and I hit the boost button instead, which, in all honesty, is kind of infuriating. But another issue is, one of the issues I have is the walking animation. I hate the walking I hate the walking. I mean, it's entertaining. Like, I can do a fucking funny walk in a circle. That's entertaining. That'll entertain me to no end. But I just don't like it. I really, really don't like the walking animation of this game. It is just irritating and just not terrible, but it's bad. Like, I'll say it's bad, and it's kind of infuriating the fact that there isn't a jump button. But other than that, I enjoyed Disintegration. I loved the crap out of this game. It is really fun to me. I had such a great time playing it. I really did. So, the fact, I will admit, this game does have mixed reviews on Steam. So some people think it is brilliant, with unique gameplay, which it is unique. I mean, that's something you kind of do have to factor in here, is that the way this game is set up, the way this game is built, it is rather unique. That it's not something you see a lot of. This isn't a type of game you see. This is very. You might see this type stuff if you're playing like Age of Empires or Command and Conquer, KK&D or Stellaris. But the way those games are set up, it is way different to this. Because on those games, you're looking at it from way up above, and you are building tons and tons of crap. This game, you don't have that. It's first person, at least when you're on the grav cycle, commanding your own troops or firing at other people. I've played a lot of games. Okay, I've never seen a game like this. This is really, really cool. The closest I could ever think of a game coming close to this that I have played would be Star Wars Starfighter. That would be the closest. That would be the closest I have ever come to playing a game like that. The only difference is, in Starfighter, you don't have people you can command. You're only commanding one person, yourself. You're just flying around and trying to make sure you don't crash into the fucking cliff sides. This game, it's different. And I know I'm repeating what I've just said, but from what I've seen from the reviews on Steam, this seems to be a factor people are forgetting. It's something people are forgetting, that this is something that's not really been properly done before. This is extremely unique, and despite all these things people have with the game that they hate, for the most part, it is breathtaking. Like, it's absolutely gorgeous. The combat... Okay, combat, I'm gonna say 50-50 on. And I'm saying 50-50 because the combat is... I mean, first of all, the combat's interesting, okay? The combat is very, very interesting. It is pretty unique. Am I overly fond of it? It's not the fact that I'm not fond of it as much as it is not used to it. It is something you kind of do have to get used to. It really is. I think the only issue I have, though, is, like, the odd lag here and there, where it just stops, and then it continues. Why? That's something I'm not overly fond of. It might just be on my end. If anyone has this game and they experience that too, let me know, so I know it isn't just me. But yeah, for me, the only things about this game I don't overly like is the walking, the fact that it lags in certain areas. The combat is okay. I don't overly have an issue with it. I think it's more of the fact that I need to get used to it. And one of the other things I hate is the fact that spacebar is boost and shift is levitate. That is something I do not fucking like. Now, I could easily change that. I could just have them switch around. But the fact that that's what it was already set to. The fact that it was set to spacebar boost. That is kind of stupid. That I don't really like much. Apart from those issues, I love it. I'm not going to say this game isn't flawless. It is very, very difficult finding a game that's not flawed in some manner. Actually, no, it's very easy to find a game that isn't flawed in some way or another. What is really difficult is finding a game that's not flawed anywhere. That's something that is extremely difficult. Just gonna see what games I have that could come anywhere close to not being flawed. Well, games I've played anyway. I guess maybe Hitman. I mean, I literally played Hitman start to finish, all the missions, including all the DLC missions. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, it was such good fun, especially performing very hilarious kills that I managed to get away with scot-free. Like, I just killed some... what I did with one guy in Hitman was I just threw a screwdriver into the back of someone's skull and I just walked off like no one noticed. I just casually killed the guy and then just fucked off. Like, nothing to say here. That was fucking hysterical. I think one of the funniest things that happened in that game was this fucking awesome glitch that happened, which I have recorded. So that's gonna be showing up soon. I'm not saying when, but this is a game I really do like. I really, really do like Disintegration, and it actually kind of breaks my heart to have to actually put it in the Game Detective series. It really does suck that I have to do this. And to anyone going, you don't have to. Why are you doing it? You don't have to if you don't want to. The problem is I don't want to exclude any of the people who have had a bad time with this game. I don't want to exclude all of that. That is something I don't want to do. When I had installed the game and made that video, I hadn't checked the Steam reviews. I hadn't seen what people thought of this game. I just bought it, installed it, and then went straight to make the video. That was it. What you were getting there was raw experience, my raw experience of playing that game for the first time ever, without seeing what people had thought of the game. Which is probably a good thing, actually. Me playing the game for the first time before checking Steam reviews, although there were already shit games out there, so, yeah. And sometimes there are games that are just absolutely so shit that I'm just like, yup, I have to do this. But, yeah. I have nothing else really to say about this video, other than it sucks I have to make it. Personally, I love Disintegration. It is a really good game to me. And please, just because I enjoyed this game, because I'm saying that it's a really, really good game, don't take it as face value. Because just because I had a great experience with it doesn't necessarily mean you will too. I should very quickly mention that. So, yeah, that is the end of this video. I actually really hope to make more Disintegration. I'll probably not make any more Disintegration videos, actually, because I tried to make a Game Detective video before this one. Yeah, I couldn't. I want to admit this, though, the levels do kind of get a bit harder. Like, one of the levels I was on, there was one bit that I didn't know what the hell to do. And then I eventually found it, like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? So that's probably another issue that I have with it, is the fact that it doesn't really tell you what the hell you're meant to do. That's a bit of an irritant. Oh well.